Have you noticed it's getting harder to stand up from a chair? Maybe climbing the stairs leaves you breathless, or you're pushing with your hands just to rise because your legs feel weaker every year. This isn't just aging, it's muscle loss, and after 60, it accelerates silently. By the time most people notice, they've lost up to 30% of their strength. That's not just numbers, it's the difference between living independently or needing help with everything. I want you to imagine this: the freedom to garden, travel, or simply walk to the kitchen without fear of falling. Because losing muscle isn't inevitable. You can stop it. And today, I'm going to show you how. Using something so simple, so overlooked, you can start today with just a spoonful. Don't go anywhere. Because in the next few minutes, I'll reveal not one, but 5 natural proven foods that can help rebuild your strength, nourish your joints, and preserve the dignity you deserve. If you're ready to reclaim your independence after 60, hit that like button, subscribe for more real health truths, and let's dive right in. All right, if you're still here, that tells me something important about you. You're not someone who just shrugs and accepts the idea that getting old means getting weak. You're someone who wants to take back control. Someone who knows deep down that growing older shouldn't mean losing your independence. Because let's be honest, muscle loss after 60 isn't some distant threat on the horizon. It's already happening. Most people over 60 are quietly losing 1 to 2% of their muscle mass every single year. That may sound small, but over a decade it adds up to over 20%. And by 70 or 80, many have lost a full third of the strength they had in their 50s. But here's the real danger. Most people don't even see it happening until it's too late. It's silent. One day you're fine, and the next you find yourself pushing with your hands to get out of a chair. Climbing stairs feels like a slow, grinding battle. Your legs tremble. Your heart races. Even opening a jar in the kitchen becomes a humiliating struggle. And this isn't about vanity. It's about freedom. It's about dignity. Because strength isn't just for athletes. It's for anyone who wants to live on their own terms without relying on others for the simplest of daily needs. And that's not just me saying it. That's what real people tell me all the time. I've read hundreds of comments from older adults from all over the world who shared exactly these fears and frustrations. One man in his mid-60s said he'd started using a cane. Another, 68 years old, admitted, "I hate getting old." Another talked about dislocating his knee and realizing he had to fight to keep what strength he had left. I heard from folks battling constant night cramps so painful they dreaded going to sleep. And then there was Byron, 80 years old, who said, "I can still lift 50-pound bags, but I know I need to work to prevent losing that." These aren't numbers in a study, these are real people. But for every message of fear or frustration, there was also hope. People saying, "Now I know how to keep this malaise off. I'm going to try these seeds. I already shared it with my mum's exercise group. My muscles just stood up and clapped." People who decided they were going to do something about it, no matter their age. That's why I'm here. That's why you're here. Because here's the truth most people don't hear. You can stop muscle loss, even after 60, even after 70. You can rebuild muscle. You can strengthen your joints. You can regain energy. And you don't need to empty your savings on supplements or complicated routines. You don't need a fancy gym membership you'll never use. You just need to give your body the right building blocks, the kind that doesn't just fill your stomach but actually repairs and builds muscle, the kind that's gentle on digestion, easy to absorb, and comes packed with the minerals and healthy fats that reduce inflammation and keep your joints and nerves healthy. Because here's the harsh reality. Most older adults aren't just eating too little protein, they're eating the wrong kind. Incomplete proteins, hard to digest sources, meals that leave them bloated or give them indigestion, or worse, skipping meals altogether because food feels like a chore, and all the while their muscles are starving. But today, that changes. Because today, you're going to learn about 5 natural, affordable, easy-to-use foods that deliver complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your body cannot make on its own. These foods are so powerful they can match or even exceed the protein quality of eggs, but with benefits eggs can't offer. Anti-inflammatory compounds, healthy fats, critical minerals. You're going to see exactly how to use them, how much to eat, and how to work them into your normal meals without any big change in routine. This is not about dieting. This is about living well. And let me say this clearly. I'm not here to talk at you. I'm here to help you reclaim the freedom you deserve, because no one deserves to spend their final decades in fear of falling. No one deserves to give up gardening, playing with grandkids, traveling, or even walking to the mailbox on their own because their legs aren't strong enough. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you won't just know the names of these foods. You'll know exactly how to use them, how they work in your body, and how you can make one small change today that your future self will thank you for. If you're finding this valuable already, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps more people find this message. And if you want more clear, practical health advice for staying strong and independent after 60, make sure to subscribe. Now, let's get started. Let's talk about the first powerhouse food on this list, hemp seeds. Imagine something so tiny you can barely pinch it between your fingers, yet it delivers more complete, easy to absorb protein than an egg. 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, about 30 grams, provide around 10 grams of protein. But not just any protein, complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. For older adults, that's a game changer, because you can't rebuild muscle without these amino acids. And with aging digestion, getting them easily absorbed is critical. Unlike many beans and seeds that have phytic acid and other compounds that block absorption, hemp seeds are naturally low in these anti-nutrients. That means they're gentle on older stomachs. They don't bloat you. They don't cause gas. They just deliver pure nutrition your body can actually use. But hemp seeds don't stop at protein. They're rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in a near-perfect 1:3 ratio that supports reducing chronic inflammation. That means less morning stiffness, fewer aching joints after gardening or walking. And those healthy fats nourish nerve cell membranes, improving neuromuscular signaling so your legs respond quickly, your balance stays solid, and your fall risk drops. Remember, falls are one of the top reasons older adults lose independence. It's not just about strength, it's about reaction time. Omega-3 keeps your nerves sharp and your reflexes quick. And there's magnesium, the famous relaxation mineral, abundant in hemp seeds. It helps muscles contract and relax properly, preventing the spasms that turn into those dreaded nighttime cramps. One viewer wrote that they used to suffer from awful cramps at night, and after adding magnesium-rich seeds, they found relief. Hemp seeds also deliver iron and zinc, supporting red blood cell production, so oxygen can reach your muscles, keeping you energized all day. Even simple chores feel easier when your body isn't starved for oxygen. So how do you use them? It's easy. In the morning, sprinkle 2 or 3 tablespoons over your oatmeal or Greek yogurt. At lunch, add a spoonful to your salad, along with a drizzle of olive oil. In the afternoon, blend them into a smoothie with banana, almond milk, and a little cacao powder. They have a mild, nutty taste that fades into whatever you're eating. Hemp seeds are tiny but mighty, a small daily habit that can rebuild the very foundation of your strength. Now let's talk about something with ancient roots, a seed once considered so valuable it was called Incan gold. Sacha Inchi seeds come from the Andes, where ancient warriors relied on them for long marches through rugged mountains. Even today, they're one of the richest plant sources of complete protein, 8 to 9 grams in just 28 grams of seeds. That's egg-level quality, with the bonus of being easier on aging digestion. But what really sets them apart is their omega-3 content. These seeds are bursting with it, far exceeding most other plant sources. For older adults dealing with chronic joint pain, stiffness in the cold, or swollen fingers, omega-3 is a proven anti-inflammatory. It soothes aching joints, reduces pain, and keeps tendons and ligaments flexible. One man wrote in to say he'd suffered a dislocated knee and was determined to protect what strength he had left. Sacha inchi seeds are exactly the kind of natural food that helps in that mission. But it doesn't stop there. They're also rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects muscles from age-related oxidative damage and improves circulation so nutrients and oxygen get where they're needed most. They contain magnesium and zinc to support muscle relaxation and repair. And there's tryptophan, an amino acid that boosts serotonin production, supporting better sleep and a calmer mood, so important because poor sleep is one of the silent killers of muscle health. If you can't sleep well, you can't rebuild muscle. Period. Using them is simple. In the morning, toss them into your oatmeal with banana and cinnamon for a protein-packed start. At lunch, sprinkle them over salads or cooked quinoa for a satisfying crunch. In the evening, replace unhealthy snacks with dry roasted Sacha inchi seeds. They have a mild, peanut-like flavor, are easy to digest, and rarely cause allergies, making them perfect even for sensitive stomachs. Eating them isn't just about nutrition, it's about telling your body, I'm still in this fight, I'm not giving up. And that's exactly the attitude I see in so many of you in the comments. One viewer, 77 years old, said, I hate getting old, but I'm going to try these seeds. That's the spirit. Because the problem isn't your age. The problem is underfeeding your body what it needs to stay strong. So take that first step. Get these seeds in your kitchen. Start small if you want, but start. Because you deserve to stand tall, to walk confidently, to live with the dignity and freedom you've earned. If you're still here watching, that tells me a lot about you. You're not the kind of person who just shrugs and says, that's old age for you. You're here because you know there has to be a better way, because you value your independence, your dignity, your ability to move freely without help. You know in your heart that losing muscle doesn't have to be a given, that there's still time to make real changes. That's exactly why I'm here too. Muscle loss after 60 isn't something that shows up with sirens and flashing lights. It's sneaky, it's quiet, it steals from you little by little, year after year. One day you realize you're pushing yourself up with your hands to get out of a chair. You're wincing when you stand. Your legs shake halfway up the stairs. And in that moment, you feel old in a way you didn't before. But here's the thing, that doesn't have to be your story, because this isn't about scaring you. It's about giving you real, practical, proven solutions. Solutions you can actually use, food you can find, prepare, and eat without hassle. Things that won't break your budget or your spirit. Because let's face it, you deserve better than the nonsense you see everywhere. Overhyped supplements, restrictive fad diets, one-size-fits-all nonsense that doesn't work for real people. So let's keep going. Let's keep talking about these foods that can help you fight back against muscle loss, reduce pain and stiffness, and give you the confidence to keep doing the things you love, no matter your age. Now let's talk about something green, something ancient, something that's fed generations in Asia, Africa, and South America. I'm talking about moringa powder. If you've never heard of moringa before, you're not alone. Carl, 69, commented, "These seeds are as unknown as can come. I want to hear if anyone's actually used them." And that's fair, because moringa isn't some flashy superfood made up in a marketing office. It's real food. It's been used for centuries because it works. When you dry and grind the leaves of the moringa tree, you get a fine green powder that's one of the most complete, easy-to-digest plant proteins around. Just 100 grams of moringa powder delivers about 27 grams of protein, but not just any protein, complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. That matters because as you age, your body doesn't use protein as efficiently. You need more of it, not less, and you need better sources. Moringa provides that, and it does it gently. No heavy meat, no tough-to-digest beans, no bloating. It's gentle on older stomachs, and it's packed with vitamins A, C, and K. Vitamin A helps your vision and your immune system. Vitamin C is essential for making collagen, which keeps your muscles and tendons strong. Vitamin K works with calcium to build and maintain strong bones, which is vital for fall prevention. Moringa also gives you calcium itself, a big deal for anyone worried about bone loss. As you know, after 60, especially for women post-menopause, bone density drops fast. One bad fall can mean a broken hip and months or years of recovery. But getting more calcium through real absorbable food like moringa can help lower that risk. Don't forget the iron either. Iron is what helps you make red blood cells to carry oxygen throughout your body, to your muscles, your heart, your brain. When you're low on iron, you're tired all the time. Even simple tasks feel impossible. Moringa helps prevent that. And it's not just about vitamins and minerals. Moringa is loaded with antioxidants like quercetin and chlorogenic acid. These fight chronic inflammation, the kind that leaves you stiff in the morning for no good reason, or sore after even a gentle walk. It's this low-level chronic inflammation that keeps stealing your mobility year after year. Antioxidants help stop it at the source, protecting your joints and muscles so you move more comfortably. Here's something a lot of people don't know. Some of moringa's best nutrients are fat-soluble. That means you need a little healthy fat to absorb them properly. So a drizzle of olive oil, a bit of flaxseed oil, or even half an avocado can make all the difference in getting the full benefit. That's practical nutrition you can use today. Znat79 from Canada left a comment saying she has glaucoma but is otherwise healthy. She's using moringa powder plus eating peppers and papaya as part of her plan to protect her muscles. That's the spirit I want you to have. This isn't about giving up, it's about feeding your body what it needs. So how do you use moringa? It's simple. Add 1 or 2 teaspoons to a morning smoothie with banana and almond milk. Stir it into warm oatmeal with berries and flaxseed oil. Sprinkle it in soup. Even starting with half a teaspoon a day is enough to let your body adjust. Because this isn't about doing everything at once. It's about building habits that last. Because real strength isn't about being ripped or showing off. It's about getting on the floor with grandkids and knowing you can stand back up. It's about gardening without your knees locking up. It's about climbing stairs without grabbing the rail in fear. That's freedom. That's dignity. And moringa can help you keep it. Now let's move on to something that's way too often overlooked in senior nutrition. Firm tofu. I know some of you just cringed at the word. Tofu? Really? Yes, really. Because tofu isn't some tasteless, boring, hippie health food. It's one of the most effective, accessible, senior-friendly protein sources you can find. Every 100 grams of firm tofu has about 8 grams of complete protein. That's high-quality protein with all the essential amino acids you need to repair and build muscle. And it's gentle on digestion, far easier on your stomach than red meat or poultry. It's also incredibly low in saturated fat and contains 0 cholesterol, making it perfect for anyone managing heart health. But protein is just the start. Firm tofu is a fantastic source of highly absorbable calcium, especially if it's made with natural calcium sulfate. That's critical after 60, when bone loss speeds up. Weak bones mean higher fracture risk from even small falls. Eating calcium-rich foods like tofu can help slow that process naturally. Tofu also gives you iron for healthy blood and energy. but one of its best secrets is soy isoflavones, plant compounds that act like mild natural estrogens in the body. For postmenopausal women, isoflavones help maintain bone density, reduce hot flashes, and support mood stability. For men, moderate isoflavones don't mess with hormones, but do help lower cholesterol and support heart health. Tofu is also extremely versatile. You can cube it, season it lightly with salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and roast it until it's crispy. Perfect over salads or rice. You can stir-fry it with mushrooms, broccoli, and cashews in low-sodium soy sauce for an easy, satisfying dinner. Or you can serve it chilled, sliced, topped with toasted sesame seeds and sesame oil for a light snack. It's affordable, it's easy to prep, it's senior-friendly in every way, and it's especially great for people managing cholesterol or diabetes. Its low glycemic index keeps blood sugar stable. Its low saturated fat supports a healthy heart. Picture ending your day with a warm bowl of tofu stir-fry, knowing you're not just filling your stomach, you're feeding your muscles, protecting your bones, and caring for your heart. This isn't theory. This is real, accessible nutrition you can use today. Because staying strong after 60 doesn't mean buying expensive powders or meal plans. It's about making small, smart changes with real food. If you're finding this helpful, if you can see yourself trying even one of these foods, hit that like button. It tells the platform this is important. And subscribe so you don't miss the next part of this series. Because next time, we're going to talk about an ancient grain with complete protein, critical minerals, and the power to fuel your body all day long. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's waiting for you to give it what it needs. Stay with me. We've already talked about hemp seeds, sacha inchi seeds, moringa powder, and firm tofu, each one a powerhouse of complete, easy-to-digest protein your body desperately needs as it ages. Each of them is packed with minerals, healthy fats, and anti-inflammatory compounds that soothe joints, nourish nerves, and help maintain strong, reactive muscles. But there's one more food I want to share with you, a food that might seem humble at first glance, but has fueled entire civilizations for thousands of years: quinoa. Maybe you've seen it on a menu or tried it once and thought it was bland. Maybe you think of it as just another grain. But quinoa is anything but ordinary. The Inca called it the mother of all grains, and for good reason. Technically, quinoa is a pseudo-grain. It cooks like rice, but is actually a seed. That's important because nutritionally, it behaves like a seed. It's loaded with high-quality, complete protein, meaning it has all 9 essential amino acids your body can't produce on its own. Just 1 cup of cooked quinoa, about 185 grams, delivers nearly 8 grams of complete protein, comparable to an egg, but it's also rich in critical minerals older adults often lack. Quinoa is a fantastic source of magnesium, which supports muscle relaxation and contraction, helping prevent those painful nighttime cramps that so many older adults suffer from. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people describe waking up with their calves seizing or their feet cramping so badly they're afraid to move. Magnesium helps prevent that by calming your muscles and your nervous system. It also contains potassium, an essential electrolyte that balances your body's fluids and supports healthy nerve signaling, reducing tremors and fatigue after a long walk or simple housework. Add in calcium, critical for bone strength and muscle function, and you start to see why quinoa is such an important food to consider. But the benefits don't stop there. Quinoa is rich in soluble fiber, which supports healthy digestion and helps prevent constipation, another common frustrating problem for older adults. Fiber also helps regulate blood sugar after meals, which is vital for anyone managing prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Quinoa has a low to medium glycemic index, meaning it releases energy slowly and steadily, avoiding the spikes and crashes that leave you dizzy, tired, or even at risk of falls, and it's loaded with iron to support red blood cell production, helping deliver oxygen to your muscles and brain so you stay energized throughout the day. Even better, quinoa contains B vitamins like B6 and folate to help your body build new cells and support nerve health, plus zinc for immune health and muscle repair. I want you to really imagine what this means in your daily life. Instead of a bland bowl of white rice that gives you calories but almost nothing else, you could be serving up a vibrant quinoa salad with roasted peppers, spinach, toasted almonds, and a drizzle of olive oil. You're not just eating, you're healing. You're nourishing your body so it can keep moving, keep supporting you, and keep giving you the freedom you deserve. And it's easy to make. Just rinse it thoroughly to remove its natural saponin coating, which can taste bitter. Then use a 2-to-1 water to quinoa ratio. Bring it to a boil, cover it, reduce to a low simmer for 15 minutes, and watch it bloom into tender, nutty, translucent grains. From there, your options are endless. For breakfast, cook it with almond milk, add hemp seeds and moringa powder, and you have a warm, complete protein porridge that's easy to digest and keeps you full for hours. For lunch, replace white rice with quinoa and serve it under salmon or stir-fried tofu and greens, balancing blood sugar and delivering sustained energy. For dinner, chill it and serve it as a salad with fresh spinach, roasted vegetables, nuts, and a simple vinaigrette. Because this isn't about dieting, it's about choosing foods that love you back, foods that keep your muscles strong, your joints flexible, and your bones dense. Because losing muscle isn't just about losing strength, it's about losing independence. It's about more falls, more hospital visits, less time doing the things you love. It's about trading your freedom for fear. But every time you choose quinoa over white rice, every time you sprinkle hemp seeds on your breakfast, stir moringa powder into your smoothie, or cook up a simple tofu stir-fry for dinner, you're choosing to fight back. You're choosing to feed your muscles, soothe your joints, nourish your nerves, and protect your freedom. And I know for some of you, this feels new, maybe even strange. Maybe you grew up on meat and potatoes meals, or you've never cooked tofu or quinoa before. That's okay. It's never too late to start. Byron, now 80, wrote that he can still lift 50-pound bags, but knows he needs to work to keep it that way. Zenat, 79, in Canada, is learning to use moringa, peppers, and papaya to manage muscle loss while living with glaucoma. These are people who aren't giving up. They're taking charge. And you can too. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just choose one thing. Add one food to one meal. See how your body responds. Build a habit, because your body hasn't given up on you. It's just waiting for you to give it what it needs. Imagine waking up with more energy. Imagine standing up from a chair without groaning. Imagine climbing stairs without your legs shaking or needing to hold on for dear life. Imagine knowing you're doing everything you can to stay in control of your life. That's what this is about. So today, choose one of these foods, just one. Make it part of your day. Do it for your legs. Do it for your balance. Do it so you can stand up without help, walk without fear, travel without hesitation, and live every single day with the dignity you've earned. Your body is ready. Don't let it down. If you found this video helpful, hit like so more people see it. Share it with someone you care about who needs these tips, and subscribe so you don't miss future videos where we'll talk even more about protecting your strength and independence after 60, because you deserve to live every day on your terms. Let's make sure you can.